Hello, everybody. Um, so I just tried to record this video a minute ago, but I had full memory. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. I applied my foundation, which I used a mix of the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation and my Krylon TV paint stick in 406. I blended that all out, and then I went in with this pinky shade right here to color correct under my eyes and on the sides of my mouth. And I went in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and started highlighting and concealing. That's where we are now. I am so sorry. I know I need a camera because that would make this, that would make my life so much easier. I'm just blending this out with a beauty blender. Oh, and for primer, don't judge, but I'm a cheap hoe. So I used lotion, like actual lotion, and it works really nice. So I'm just going to use the Beauty Blender just for an initial blend. But for that extra oomph and that extra blend, I'm going to use this synthetic brush right here. And just going to go in those fine lines under your eye, sides of my nose, and then on my eyes. And a synthetic brush is really good for blending out concealer because it doesn't pick up like all that product that you need. It just distributes it evenly on the face. Or highlight hit. I almost said contour. This is not contour. Now to contour, I'm using my e.l.f. foundation palette. I'm taking this shade right here, pick it up on my synthetic brush, and just gonna go work this into my cheekbones. So generally, when you contour, you want to start right about here. You go. Okay, you see this right here? Wherever that indent is, you want to stop. You can use powder or cream. But for the sake of this video, I'm using cream. And I'm going to be showing you a technique here in a minute. What is something we're all taught not to do when doing makeup. But I realize it's a really, really good technique. I'll show you in a minute when I have this all set as powder. Okay, see? Contoured. Now, I love doing a nice contour because I love contouring. Because it brings out the features that you want to bring out. And maybe you don't have nice cheekbones. Maybe you don't have, a small nose. Contouring helps create the face that you wish you had. Or rather, it helps accentuate those features. Like, contouring helps me accentuate my cheekbones much better. And using a synthetic brush like this, it really helps define. And, to soften that, you can go back in with your Beauty Blender and just soften it. And now we're just going to go contour the forehead. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. We're not going to blend the forehead out, though, with the synthetic brush. That would take forever. We're just going to use our Beauty Blender like always. Hit the nose. You hit your chin. Along your jawline. If you have a very dominant jawline, you want to minimize it. It's a great drag trick, too. And then just going with your Beauty Blender. And the great part about using a Beauty Blender, if you've already applied your foundation, is it uses the excess foundation that is already in your Beauty Blender. So it really helps for a seamless blend between the two. This is an updated contour routine. You know, everyone does their contour different. And I'm not saying you have to do it this way by no means. By any means, I'm not saying you have to do it this way. This is just my way of contouring. Sorry, I got a boogie. And now to set all of this, we're going to go into this contour palette. I'm going to take a mixture of these three colors right here. This is like a banana shade. This is more my skin tone. Just a little darker tone. These all three will add a nice transitional like face look. So dip into the banana powder first. Mix with that top shade. And then just start packing it on. You want to pack it. You don't want to swipe it. Because swiping, all it will do is remove the product. Now, there's no baking in this video. I know, you're probably like, what the hell? Why is she baking? Because I don't need to in this video. Just go with this banana powder right under the contour. Just clean it up a little bit. Go under the eyes. Just help brighten it up. Now we're going to contour. I'm going to take this round synthetic brush. I'm going in with this shade right here. It's like a very cool toned, you know, grayish color. And so it's going to start at the hollows of our cheeks right back here and just work our way forward. You sort of want to go in circular motions with this. You don't want to swipe it. Just like with the foundation and the powder. If you swipe it, you'll remove product. And that is not what we want. Bring a little bit on the cheeks if you want to. Just a little more bronziness. You know, a little more, you know, realistic contoured look. Some people say, oh, I'm going natural. Girl, there's nothing natural about makeup. I tried the natural look once. I mean, it looked good, but I mean, I could still tell I was wearing makeup. You know, the only time if I want to look like I'm not wearing makeup is if I'm not wearing makeup. See? And bring some on the forehead. You don't want to go overboard with the powder contour because you already cream contoured. And so you don't want it to look muddy or cakey. So we're going to go with the second darkest shade in there. And just add a little more warmth to these cheeks. And now we're taking my favorite like contour shade. It is the L'Oreal True Match Powder in Cappuccino. And just taking this on the same brush. And then just sweeping it over all of this. But in backwards motions. And you feel like if your contour is a little bit dark, you go back over it with your powder brush. And it really, you know, blends all those colors together. I don't suggest blowing on your brushes. If you're a makeup artist or an aspiring makeup artist, do not blow on your brushes because that is a good way to get bacteria on them. Alright, well that's done. Now to contour, we're also using a synthetic brush to contour the nose. We're using a synthetic brush. And we're dipping into that first contour shade that I mentioned from that palette. Dust off the excess. And this is this angled Kabuki mini brush. And this is going to go right along the bridge of the nose. Other side. I mean, personally, this is just for me. If you like your nose contour to be really dramatic, you can make it as dramatic as you want. You know, I'm not saying you have to do it super soft. There's some people that love extreme contouring. And on them it looks great, but on some people it just doesn't look right. So I would suggest looking at your face and seeing what you want your face to look like. Taking some of this powder. My fine lines are coming through. I really love a synthetic brush for powder, too. And for creams. It's just an all-around good brush. Like, a good style of brush. Phew! Got powder at my nose. Okay. Now for the technique I told you about. You take your semi-dampened beauty blender, because it's been drying since you've been doing your makeup. What you're going to do is you're going to go over all this with your beauty blender. And what it does is it helps melt those products together. And it won't really leave your face looking cakey either. I've done this twice in the past 2 days just to test out my theory. And I love doing this because it helps blend everything so much more together. And you can go in with blush, but we're going to skip blush for right now. We're going to go straight into highlight. So what I like to do is I like to go over the cheekbones a little more with my dampened beauty blender. Okay. And I like to go in with my fan brush. I'm going to find that fucking thing. I like to go in with my fan brush, and my favorite highlight, you know, y'all know, is that champagne color from that palette that I got. And go right over that. See? It leaves a very nice pigment on your face. Because apparently, when you get highlighter wet, it works so much better. And I don't know why that is. That's just how the world works. Again, with that same highlight. Very highlighty. Lip. Want to make sure you get all the high points on your face. So lip, chin, and even around your forehead. I like my whole forehead to be highlighted. Just run this all over your forehead. What it does, it adds a nice golden kiss to your face. Now for the nose, you know, it's the same exact thing. Just go over it. Very highlighted. And to add a little oomph, a little extra oomph to it, I'm taking my triple threat palette, taking that highlighter shade, and it's going over everything. Look very dewy, which is what we want. And now for blush, we're going to go in with my Arbonne blush, same as always. I'm going to put my freaking, oh well. I'll just use this. Dip it, tap off the excess, and just run it across your cheeks. And if you feel that your blush doesn't look right, like mine does right now, just go back over it with your powder brush. Stipple it. Stipple it. Don't swirl it. Stipple. Again, same blush. Same technique. With blush, you always want to brush it back. You can also, you know, hit temples, your nose, chin. Let's go back over the powder brush. And, you know, that's basically my new highlight contour routine. I love using that, you know, Beauty Blender technique because it adds moisture to your face, which helps the highlight stand out some more. So that's my video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. Set my eyes. Sorry, I had to set my eyes. It was bugging me. There. Let me know what you want to see next. And leave a comment below if you like this. Give this video a thumbs up. Or a thumbs down if you didn't like it. I'm just being honest with you. So yeah, thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.